What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another ranking. With the release of John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, in theaters this weekend, it's a perfect time to give you guys my ranking of all three John Wick movies ranked worst to best. I absolutely love doing ranking videos of awesome franchises, and the John Wick franchise are so good, all of them are so good, it's going to be hard to rank them. The biggest challenge is for you guys is you got to let me know what your ranking is for all three John Wick movies down below in the comment section, and what are your opinions on all of them. This list is completely subjective, that's it, this is just my opinions. And the great thing is we all have our own opinions here on YouTube. Film is completely subjective, so this is just what I think. Just please respect that down below in the comments. So, without further ado, guys, let's get going to number 3. Coming in at number 3 is going to be John Wick Chapter 2. Chapter 2 was a really cool and awesome sequel that really dived into what the first John Wick film did really well. Was the world building. I think the world building in John Wick Chapter 2 is even better than the first one. It really dives into the world of these assassins, these hitmen of the Continental. We got to see a lot more of the Continental in Chapter 2, and I really love what the direction from Chad Stahelski has done. John Wick really has a lot of awesome action sequences in Chapter 2. Mainly the cool nightclub sequence that we saw in the first film, but at a party. The party shootout was my favorite scene by far. His fight with Common is some of the most awesome scenes in this film. When they're at the subway station and they're fighting each other. When they're outside of the party event and they're fighting each other. And, of course, because they're on Continental grounds, they have to drink at a bar. My biggest issue with Chapter 2 are the villains. Ruby Rose in particular. Ruby Rose was a really weak villain. Really terrible villain that all she does is speak sign language and no character development. Her final fight with John Wick ended in like 20 seconds. She easily got taken out by him. I really wanted to see her match John Wick. But really, none of the villains in this movie match with John Wick, if you really think about it. Santino D'Antonio, he as well was really forgettable. He was just also a plot device. Just so John Wick can kill him at the end. Spoilers for all three of these. But in the end, John Wick Chapter 2 also had Lawrence Fishburne. It was great to see Lawrence Fishburne and Keanu Reeves reunite after The Matrix and all that. Coming in at number 2 is the newly released John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. I just saw this movie tonight, and also my review is up on my channel. If you want to hear my full thoughts on John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, this movie was fantastic. I loved this film. This is a action big boy. Like, this movie is a big boy for action films. There's so many awesome sequences in this film. A lot of great motorcycle chases, a lot of great hand-to-hand fights, and gun shootouts, just like you want in a John Wick film. The direction is fantastic. Keanu Reeves is John Wick. This is the biggest stakes he's been through as this character, because John Wick is pretty much on hunt down by all these assassins because he killed Santino in the Continental, and we all know that's against the Continental rules. So he has a bounty put on him for $14 million, and you'll see this in the film. There are some slow moments. There's one exposition scene that drags out a little too long, but other than that, this is an action movie 85% of the time, and I really enjoyed this film. And my number one favorite John Wick film is the first John Wick. This film, I didn't see this movie in theaters, and I was really mad at myself for missing this in theaters because 2014 was the year where I became a cinematic junkie and go into the movies each week. So I bought the Blu-ray at Walmart, and I love the first John Wick film. I fell in love with the character. I fell in love with the world and the hitman idea of you could build a universe out of this. And that's what this first John Wick film did. And Keanu Reeves, I honestly think this is his best acted and his best role to date. Yes, obviously Keanu Reeves has played Neo in The Matrix, in Speed, and Point Break, and so many awesome action films, but John Wick seriously has been his most consistent franchise and his best developed character, because John Wick is a guy who has lost everything. He lost his wife, his puppy gets brutally murdered by some Russian thugs, And of course, his car gets taken and he just comes back with a vengeance. And you care about him. That's the biggest thing. You care about this character. I fanboyed out on the nightclub scene. You guys know the nightclub scene is amazing. I mean, the action in the film is so well choreographed. There's some great car chases and some awesome moments of great score, great cinematography. Maybe if I rewatch Parabellum, it might be my new favorite, but as of right now, the first John Wick is my favorite John Wick film. Yeah, there you have it, guys. That was my ranking for all 3 John Wick movies. So, what did you guys think of my ranking? If you disagreed with my ranking, let me know what your guys' rankings are down below in the comment section, and let's have a respectful, awesome discussion. Thank you guys as always for watching this ranking, and if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe today for more content. All my social media links are in the description down below. Click that notification bell on your way out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.